Well, with the preliminaries out of the way, it is finally time to start the season, the 31st season of the Castrol GTX Cup Series. As we welcome everybody here this season to the place where, as always, we begin at Daytona International Speedway. And it's the main event, the Great American Race, the opening race of the season, the Daytona 500. Much like auto racing, of course, also has the Indianapolis 500 for IndyCar, and Formula One has Monaco. Drag racing has the U.S. Nationals. This is NASCAR's Super Bowl of all racing in the, you know what I mean. But anyway, we're here today for 30 laps of racing, as we always are, to kick the season off. And the front row for this season's Daytona 500. As first time ever, we had two drivers with the same first name on the front row, I should say. As we give you the starting lineup here for this 500. On the pole, car number 22, the Caterpillar Dodge, Dylan Poteet at 196 miles per hour. He's alongside number 2, Dylan Young, the defending series champion, the Miller Lite Dodge. Second row has car number 29, Ryan Butcher, one of the rookies in the field, and another rookie, Christian Vargas, number 45, the Sprint PCS Dodge. Those two drivers won the Gatorade Twin 125 qualifiers. Can they back it up in the 500? We'll see. Third row has car number 33. That is Daniel Bouchard, the Oakwood Homes Chevrolet, and number 40, the Coors Light Dodge of Phil Parker. Going through the fourth row has car 28, Texaco Haviland Ford of Kat Batson, and number 8, it is Amanda Evans in the Boiser Chevrolet. Going around number 5 has car 31, James Sykes in the Singular Wireless Chevrolet, and beside him will be car number 71, Gabby Conklin in the Realtree Chevrolet. Row 6 has car number 16, John Andrews, last season's winner at California, the National Guard Ford, and Charles Sanford, a California Crusher, the DuPont Chevrolet, car number 24. Next row down has car number 32. It is Zachary Fitzwater in a Tide Pontiac. And beside him will be car number 88, Keith Batson, the Ford Quality Care Services, Ford Credit, Ford Taurus. Trying to get that out of one breath. Keith has won his 500 once before. That was back in season 27. Next row down has car number 1. It is Clint Buchanan in the Penzel Chevrolet. And number 21, it is Roberto Crown Jr. in the Motorcraft Ford Parts and Services Ford. Next row down has number 10, that's Matt McIntyre of Valvoline Pontiac, and number 55, Quentin Moore to Square D Chevrolet. Next row has car number 3, the GM Goodwrench Chevrolet of Cole Deaver, and he'll be alongside car number 20, that is Joshua Osborne. Next row down has car number 19, that is Ryan Brommer. He's alongside number 43, the Chex Hamburger Helper Cheerios Dodge of Mike Becker. Next row down, Ryan George in number 6, the Viagra Ford, and number 5, Seth Cole in the Kellogg's CarQuest Chevrolet. Next row down has number 41. It is Wes McCoy in the Target Dodge, and number 4, Kodak Film Chevrolet, driven by William Brock. Next row down, Jessica Shelton, car number 17, the Walt Tools Ford. She's alongside number 25. It is James Henry. Next row down has car number 18, Nathan Ormond in the Interstate Batteries Pontiac. And number 15, Allison Rain in the Napa Auto Parts Chevrolet. Next row down has Paul Minnick in the 48 Lowe's Chevrolet. And number 26, Trent Dunham in the Crown Royal Irwin Tools Ford. Next row down has number 7. It is Alexander Rowe in a Sirius Satellite Radio Dodge. And number 44, it is Tito McCoy, another rookie, in the brawny Georgia Pacific Papers Brawny Towels Dodge, car number 44. Next row down has number 12, that is Zach Winkle in the Alltel Dodge, and number 97, Jesse Turner in the Sharpie Ford. Next row down has Levi McIntyre in the number 99 Office Depot Ford, and number 11, Cement Oscon in the FedEx Chevrolet. And starting shotgun, if it'll be car number 42, Kyle Matthews, the Haviland Dodge, and number 38, Laura Chung in the M&M's Ford. Here, and that's the starting line for the Daytona 500. And here comes the command to fire the engines for this race.
Gentlemen, start your engines!
Command has been given to fire the engines as we are set to start season 31 of the Castrol GTX Cup Series. As the field rolls off a pit road for the pace-up of the start of the race right after this. So through turns 3 and 4, they come here on all Dodge, all Dillon, all twos row. Front row for the Daytona 500. In-car cameras today will be carried by Keith Batson, Jessica Shelton, and Kyle Matthews. Those will be our 3 in-car cameras for today's race in the Daytona 500. They're coming off turn number 4 here. Pace car ducks off on the pit road, getting ready to start the Daytona 500 as the 31st season of the Castrol GTX Cup Series is underway. Green flag is out. Boogity, boogity, boogity! Let's go racing, boys and girls. If you remember the Gatorade Twin 125s, they were both 20-lap races here. This is a 30-lap race here for this 500 as they come down the backstretch now. Speed building up over 180 miles an hour at this point of the track here as they come down the backstretch in the third turn. And Kat Batson making her charge up into the third turn now as she'll move up to the second position now. They go through turns number 3 and 4. Dylan Poteet will lead him coming off turn number 4. And that's what 190 miles an hour looks like shooting by you as they on a speed shot. Poteet is the first lap. The first lap tied at 170.708 miles per hour. But don't get used to this pace. See the speeds right now on the speedometer here. 200 miles an hour on the metro state. We've seen speeds of about 205 to 208 during the Gatorade 125 qualifiers. So we anticipate a very fast Daytona 500 for sure here if this thing goes caution-free, which both the qualifying races did, if you remember, too. But this being the 500, though, you never know what's going to happen. James Sykes leads lap number 2 of this race here as they come down the front stretch here. And here comes Cole Deaver, the GM Goodwrench Chevrolet. Deaver won the last points paying race we had at Daytona when he won the Pepsi 400 last season. As we mentioned, he hopes to duplicate that in the Daytona 500 this season. As we go to the third and fourth turns now, Deaver leads him through off turn number 4, completing the third lap of this race here. Here comes another speed shot. And that's what 200 miles an hour looks like. That's how fast they were going down the front stretch here. They're coming to the start finish line this time by. In the third turn number 1 out, on board with Jessica Shelton. Running right now in second position behind Cole Deaver to come up with second turn now. That's the rear bumper cam shot as they go to the third and fourth turns now. Looking right at the 3 car of Cole Deaver and the 43 car of Mike Becker. Four laps in the books. Just an explosive start to this Daytona 500. Jessica Shelton leads her first lap of this race. And that last lap by the leader, 203.731 miles per hour. And they are already averaging 195.2 miles per hour. And it's 3 seconds separating the top 40 cars in this race here. So, field staying together basically throughout this entire event so far. James Henry to second position. Third position now is the 48 car of Paul Minnick here as we go through turns number 3 and 4. Minnick up to second place now. The Hendrick car is second and third right now at this point. And Prom's on turn number 4! Whew, and nice driving job right there by Samantha Oscon in the 11 car to avoid rearing the back of the 11 car. Oh, the 11 car's got some damage as well too. That's Oscon's machine. He's out of the race, so Cement's not going to like that. William Brock was involved. Bill Parker was involved. There's Daniel Bouchard in the 33 car. Let's see, Ryan Butcher. He's got some damage on the side of that machine, the 29 car. See if Seth Cole or Gabby Conklin Yeah, Gabby's got some damage on her machine. On Trent Dunham just ran into the back of the 8 car of Amanda Evans. And a slight hood buckle also on the number 21 car of Roberto Crown Jr., the Motorcraft Ford Parts and Services Ford. There's those 2 cars. So caution number 1 flying at the completion of the 5th lap of this race. Let's take a look back at what happened to cause the yellow flag to fly. So he went through turns number 3 and 4. They got 4 wide through this area right here. As you see, yeah, Gabby Conklin moves Charles Sanford up the track there. That's yeah. Parker hits the back of the 4 car of William Brock. Sanford got up in the wall as well too, and there's where everybody else got involved. How did Kyle Matthews make it through? That's gonna be that was a big question right there. He almost got collected in that. The damage from the 11 car, I think, got to. I don't know who he hit, but that was where his damage came from. Oh my gosh. There's where everybody. But that's how the crash unfolded. How did Kyle Matthews miss that? I will never know. Sanford got some damage on his machine as well too. And that 24 machine. Let's ride with Kyle Matthews on this one. Got tapped a little bit by Trent Dunham, though, but of all for all his purposes here, Kyle saved that car from spinning out or crashing into somebody. If you ride with Kyle as he comes off of pit road after making an unscheduled pit stop here. Roberto Crown Jr., he's back into it here. Charles Sanford back into it, trying to make a go of it again. 29 car of Ryan Butcher. There's Gabby Conklin's car. There's William Brock still sitting on pit road. The number 4 Kodak film Max Chevrolet. Front quarter panel torn off on that machine here. So caution out coming. So first caution of the season flies here. Jessica Shelton is your leader. We'll be back for the restart right after this. Pace car's lights are off right now, so that field comes off turn number 4 here. Set the restart for you here. Jessica Shelton is your leader. Second position is Paul Minnick. Third is Alexander Rowe. Fourth is James Henry. Fifth is Clint Buchanan. Sixth is Zach Winkle. Seventh is Mike Becker. Eighth is Levi McIntyre. Ninth, Nathan Orman. 10th is Cole Deaver. Green flag flies. Lap number 10 in the Daytona 500. Cars out of the race are Daniel Bouchard, Phil Parker, William Brock, Trent Dunham, and Cement Oscon. Those are the 10 cars. Those are I should say 5 cars out of the race so far here today. But 35 in the remainder of this race, and all of them on the lead lap. As the field moves up through the gears, slowly but surely here, 180 miles an hour down the middle of the backstretch here. As they come down the backstretch here, Shelton is still the leader. There's Minnick, Henry, and there comes the defending 500 winner, Zach Winkle, to the low side, as he'll take the 4th position away from Alexander Rowe. Here comes Mike Becker, and he wants to run. And there's another driver who wants his season a whole lot better than his last season was. Last season was kind of meh to okay for Becker, I should say, but I mean, he had some flashes of brilliance, but he didn't. But not nothing to dazzle his team. So he wants to really pump things up. And he's got a Dodge, and he's driving a Dodge this season. He drove a Pontiac last season, but this season he's got one of the 2 Dodge Chargers in the field, along with Wes McCoy. You got 2 Chargers and you got 2 Fusions in the field. One of them right now leads. That's Jessica Shelton. And the other Fusion is driven by Levi McIntyre, the 99 car. That's the red and black machine up ahead of Keith Batson on the blue 88. And Becker moves to the high side, trying to get by James Henry, but meantime that left the door open for Cole Deaver as he moves to the low side now. Deaver up to 2nd place now, or 3rd position I should say, as he gets by Becker. And somebody was on the bottom of the track. I didn't see who it was. I thought I saw someone was on the apron of the track there. You saw some stragglers back there too. But into the third turn they come here. Jessica Shelton still leading them down as they go through the third and fourth turns. Cole Deaver up to second position now. Third is Becker. Fourth is now Ormond. And at the fifth, or trying for fifth, is Tito McCoy in the 44 car, the first time driver in this series. There's Tito, number 44, the Georgia Pacific Papers Brawny Paper Towels Dodge. Try to get that out of one breath too. You got four manufacturers represented in this field this season here. You got Ford, Chevrolet, Dodge, and Pontiac in the field this season as they come down the backstretch now. In the third turn, they go. And here comes John Andrews, number 16, the winner at California last season. He's at the fifth position now. Ormond in third position. He won at Dover, the second Dover race this season. And here they come off turn number 4. They're three wide, about a few rows deep as they come down the front stretch now. As Ryan Brommer moves inside, you got Becker on the high side, Joshua Osborne, Dylan Poteet both stuck in the middle, along with Winkle and Keith Batson. There's the rest of the field as they snake their way down the backstretch here. Some of the cars using the apron of the track though, they're using the apron of the track though because there's no out of bounds rule here in this series, but they're doing a darn good job of remembering to get the cars back on the track as they head into turn number 3, because you don't want to hit the apron and then shoot up in the banking. Otherwise, as you saw with Phil Parker and several others, though, in that crash come off turn number 4, results can be disastrous. Off the second turn, nobody has made a move on Jessica Shelton just yet there, but now Cole Deaver, he must have heard me because he wants to take the lead now in the third turn, and the shuffle is on. As we're about to head toward the halfway point, 15 laps down. It'll be 15 to go this time by as Cole Deaver, one of the drivers in this field, trying to look for his first Daytona 500 win. And three wide there. Here comes Ryan Brommer in the 19 car to the inside. He'll take second position, and he's got Allison Rain back there, the 15 car. And now they're scattering back there here. Clint Buchanan to the low side now. And now they're going, and look at this, they're going to go four wide. Poteet is in there. McIntyre. 44 car. Oh, and they come out to number 4. McIntyre got right into Tito McCoy. Almost shoved them right into I think it's either the 45 of Vargas or the 17 of Shelton. But that, I thought was going to have another four wide turn 4 crash. But they managed to keep the handle this time as they go through turns number 1 and 2, I should say now. But boy, that was really close. But we stay racing, we stay green there. That's what counts here in this situation. As they come through turns number 3 and 4 now, here comes Quentin Moore as well as Clint Buchanan, and now several cars getting held up there by the lap car of Gabby Conklin and Deaver. Let's see what happens here. Quentin Moore's behind him, and now Deaver moves up to the high side. He'll lead this lap here this time by, but here comes Quentin Moore to the low side. And Quentin will take the lead here with Keith Batson to second position now. He's got Paul Minnick and Joshua Osborne and Zachary Fitzwater back there, as several of the lead cars there got held up by that lap car of Gabby Conklin. And down the backstretch they come. Here comes Osborne for the second position now. The number 20 Home Depot Pontiac, the orange and black car. Got a couple of orange Pontiacs that are actually in line here. Osborne in the 20 and the 32 car of Zachary And whoa! And Quentin Moore got caught up behind the 21 car of Roberto Crown Jr., and that let the 32 of Zachary Fitzwater take the lead. Boy, and Fitzwater's saying bye-bye to everybody else now, and now he's going to lead them all down the backstretch here. Osborne breaks free, so does several others now. Here comes Weston McCoy in the 41 car. And so he'll take third from Ryan George. Laura Chung back there, as well as the 7 car of Alexander Rowe, Dylan Poteet, several others back there. $11 laps to go in the Daytona 500, though, but they should be reeling in that 32 machine. Margin was 1.2 seconds the last time by. Lap traffic can do that too, by the way. And on a plate track, it's really, really difficult to... I shouldn't say really difficult. I should say on a plate track, it can be disastrous if you have a big lead like that. That's what I was going to try to say, actually, but that's why I said for the second place on it should be easy to reel in the leaders here on these plate engines, I should say. 10 laps to go this time by here. I'm trying to... Sorry, I can't talk here. 10 laps remaining in this Daytona 500. James Henry to the low side. They've all caught Fitzwater now in the 32 car. And look at this field in the turn number 3 here. And they're going to be four. They're going to be 4 wide again. Looks like this through the third and fourth turn. Shelton, like a bat out of you-know-where, goes to the low side here. Where was she at the last time by? She was 11th the last time by. Now she's going to try for the lead this time by as they come to the start-finish line. James Henry led the last time by, but now Shelton goes to the lead now through turn number 1 and 2. Or they enter turns 1 and 2, I should say. 9 laps to go. Ryan Brommer to second place now. Third is Clint Buchanan. Fourth position, or trying for fourth, is Ryan George. Now I come up on the lap car of Ryan Vargas, or not Ryan Vargas, bleh, Ryan Butcher in the 29 car. Now Buchanan goes to second position now. And by the way, Clint Buchanan, he's no relation to Zach Buchanan, one of the veterans of the NNSCRA, longtime veterans of the NNSCRA, I should say, dating back to the old Snickers Cup days. Up to second place. He's up to second place now. Ryan George in third. Fourth position is Mike Becker. Fifth is Ryan Brommer. Sixth position right now is Matt McIntyre. He's not won since last season, or season before last, I should say. He went last season winless, but he went winless all last season here, and he is trying to break a 2-season winless drought. And what better place to do it than the Daytona 500? And now you got the Batsons hooked up, the 88 of Keith Batson and the 28 of Cat Batson. 23 laps down, 7 to go in this 500. Off turn number 2 they come here. Let's see what happens here. Batson's hooked up now, the 88 and the 28 cars. And here comes Christian Vargas, car 45. He won the second 125 qualifiers, you remember. The Sprint PCS Dodge, can he pull up an upset in this 500? Ryan George back there, car number 60, Viagra Ford. And here comes Keith Batson, the Quality Care Ford. That's the Dale Jarrett cars he's driving here. 2-time series champion. And Kat Batson, she would love to get a 500 win herself as well. But there's your field right there. There's the entire field. You paid your money, now take your choice. Who do you think's gonna win it? 4 wide, second place, Quentin Moore to the low side. He's got some power, and oh, and he just took the 97 out! Zachary Fitzwater's crashed, 25 cars in it. 97 car of Jesse Turner's in it. And it's happening coming the 5 laps to go, and I think we may just get a 1-lap dash to checkers possibly. Oh, Cat Batson's involved. Keith Batson slowed down right there. Pole sitter Dylan Poteet. No, he didn't. He wasn't even in the crash. I don't think. John Andrews ducking to the low side. There may be a problem with the 16 car. No, he's going to duck back inside. But But 4 wide through turns number 3 and 4, happening with about coming to 5 laps to go in this race. And it all ends in disaster right here. And let's take a look at what happened. Quentin Moore, he just hooks Jesse Turner up to the high side. A hard crash there. Quentin Moore upside down. There's Batson. He gets involved in this whole thing. Ryan George got close. Clint Buchanan's in it. And several cars playing a game of where do I go when I get there. Several cars are going to make it through. Joshua Osborne. Oh my God. How did Osborne and Poteet miss that? It was beyond me. Fitzwater didn't miss it, though, however, in the 32 car, and neither did James Henry in the 25 car. He also got involved in this whole thing as well, too. And Jesse Turner's car right on top of Quentin Moore's car. Looked almost like Rusty Wallace and Mark Martin at Darlington one year, I think, when Michael Walter bunched him up on a restart, and then Rusty's car ended up on top of Martin's car in some way, shape, or form. Oh my gosh. On board with Keith Batson. He and his wife had a shot to win the 500. And they thought they were in good position, and then this happened. And luckily for Keith, though, he kind of, well, Keith's out of the race. Oh my gosh. So with that all said here, we got about. With that all said here, we got about 2 more cars added to the out of the race list here. Actually, Keith, let's see, yeah, Keith's out of the race. So is Fitzwater. So is Clint Buchanan. So is Cat Batson. They're out of the race. So is Jesse Turner, James Henry. James Henry was having a really good run going on in that 25 car. He finished looks like he'll finish 35th in this race. Bouchard, Parker, Brock, Dunham, and Oscon all out of the race here, and about 3 cars that are going to be left a lap down here. That's going to be Gabby Conklin, Roberto Crown Jr., and Ryan Butcher and Quentin Moore as well too. Well, get ready, everybody, because we are going to have a 1-lap dash to the checkered flag here at Daytona International Speedway in the Daytona 500. This could get disastrous here, guys. And we got drivers that are hungry for a 500 win. Jessica Shelton is out in front. Can she finally pull off this 500 win? She's been strong so far today here. Allison Rain, Allison won the 500 when she was Johnny Gardner in the very first season. Second position right now. Cole Deaver, can he get a 500 win as well? To an Earnhardt Colors. 4th is James Sykes. He's never won a race before in this series. Nathan Orman, it would be his biggest win of his life if he wins the 500. He's in 5th position. 6th is Christian Vargas. 7th is Ryan George. 8th is Matt McIntyre. 9th is Laura Chung. 10th is John Andrews. Green and white flags both wave, and the Daytona 500 is down to the final lap. Here we go. Who's going to win the Daytona 500 for season 31? Allison Rain down the low side. Shelton down the block. Ooh, Allison Rain could be in for a run as they come off turn number 2. Let's see what happens here on the final lap of this race. Backstretch now. What are they going to do? Ormond down the low side. Does Allison Rain have anything down the backstretch in the 3rd turn now? Shelton leads off in the 3rd turn. Third and 4th turns now. Allison Rain tries to close up on Shelton, back of Shelton's car. Here they come up the 4th turn. Shelton's going to throw the ball back. Many times trying, many times frustration. Jessica Shelton is finally a Daytona 500 winner in the Castrol GTX Cup Series. Can you believe it? She has tried since season number 9 to win the Daytona 500. Her best was a 2nd back in season 16. And now in season 31, she's finally done it. Jessica Shelton has won the Daytona 500 for season 31. Probably the most magical moment since Trent Dunham did it in the Sega, not Sega Cup. Listen to me. Snickers Cup Series back in, I think Seth can tell me which season that was, but what a moment it is for Jessica Shelton, who started 27th in this race. Allison Rain comes home 2nd position. 3rd will go to Nathan Ormond. 4th to Christian Vargas. A darn good day for that number 45 team. A good start to his career, I should say, too. Cole Deaver finishes 5th. 6th place will go to John Andrews. 7th to James Sykes. 8th position will go to Laura Chung. 9th to Ryan George. And Mike Becker finishes in 10th position. 141.641 miles per hour the average speed in this 500. And we'll give you the rest of the finishing order for you here today. As you see, Amanda Evans moving her way down pit road. Ryan Brommer comes home 11th. Matt McIntyre 12th. Tito McCoy 13th. 14th, Paul Minnick. 15th will go to Zach Winkle. 16th, Wes McCoy. 17th will go to Alexander Rowe. Joshua Osborne 18th. 19th, Dylan Poteet. 20th, Dylan Young, as the front row starters finished 19th and 20th respectively. Seth Cole 21st. Charles Sanford 22nd. 23rd will go to Levi McIntyre. Kyle Matthews ends up in 24th. 25th will go to Amanda Evans. Ryan Butcher 26th. 27th will go to Roberto Crown Jr. Gabby Conklin, the last car to finish the race, will finish 28th. The last car to finish the race here. But her, Roberto Crown Jr., Ryan Butcher, and Amanda Evans were all one lap down. 24 cars finished on the lead lap. And probably the most attrition we've seen in the Daytona 500 in the Castrol GTX Cup Series, and maybe possibly ever. I don't know. But anyway, cars to finish out of the race. Keith Batson was 29th. Quentin Moore 30th. 31st was Zachary Fitzwater. Clint Buchanan 32nd. 33rd was Kat Batson. 34th will go to Jesse Turner. 35th, James Henry. 36th, Daniel Bouchard. 37th, Phil Parker. 38th, William Brock. 39th, Trent Dunham. And 40th will go to Cement Oscon as 12 cars finished out of the race. And it's 500, a tough break for a lot of those drivers that were out of this race as well, too. But average speed of 141.641 miles per hour and 2 caution periods later in the race. And 2 caution periods later. But like I said, they used the Dale Earnhardt line. Many times of trying and many times of frustration. Jessica Shelton is finally a Castrol GTX Cup Series Daytona 500 winner. winner and did it in very convincing fashion here in a race that I swear to you had equal ratings. I swear to you. But it was cut physics as well too, so you had that as well. But anyway, you can't take nothing away from the race winner as well too. Just was in the right position at the right time, and that's how you win races, obviously. But it's her first ever restrictor plate win in this series as well too, believe it or not. But now she just needs to win Talladega, and that's basically all. That's basically almost all tracks. But that's race number 1 of the series down in the books. Here we'll have race number 2 at Rockingham, the GM Goodwrench Service 400, which is the second race on the tour as the season is underway, yeah. If you like what you see here, be sure to subscribe to the NNSCRA Sports and Gaming channel. We got everything on this channel. We got NR races, we got gaming videos, we got NR online videos, whatever the president of the NNSCRA Seth Cole desires to have for his channel. Be sure to check out Seth's Duracell Cup Series, which is also on his channel. I guarantee his races are a lot better than what I have to offer as well too. And if you want in on his series for the season, then please get with Seth and he'll get you going. And also be sure to check out our other 2 channels. It does NNSCRA offline series. That's channels X867530985AX. He's the man who does the NNSCRA Spectrum Mobile Cup Series, and also channel Thrash Maniac 99. The man who does the NNSCRA Marvel Studios Cup Series. So be sure to check those 2 channels out. And they also got some cool stuff on here too, as we do also on the NNSCRA channel as well too. So that will do it here today at Daytona International Speedway. Congratulations once again to Jessica Shelton, the Daytona 500 champion for season 31. For now, this is James Qualson, has been a production of the NNSCRA, celebrating 10 years of offline racing at its best. We'll see you at Rockingham for the GM Goodwrench 400.
Greg, did you have any ignition problems?